ingredients and double check them. No. Everybody else is good. I'm going to show you. You're going to kit your dough today. Okay, you're going to make a dry kit that will keep outside of the refrigerator and a wet kit that you'll keep inside the refrigerator. Okay, so everybody else is doing that. Tortellini is going all the way. Everybody else just going to the dry kit, wet kit stage. And pasta is super easy if you have a good recipe and you understand the basics. So if you're not, don't do that. If you're not videoing, you should be writing this down. My dough is not going to be as salty as yours. So when you do this, every recipe has the dough on here and the instructions. Combine dry ingredients. So salt. Salt. Semolina flour. It's not salmonella flour, people. We get that a lot. Okay, semolina flour, it's labeled. It's a hard winter wheat flour. It's delicious. So semolina, all-purpose flour, make sure you measure properly. If you don't, it will be a nightmare on event day. So double check. Okay, that means you're gonna do it once, and then you're gonna come back and check the work. Just a double check. It's not a, you just want to make sure you do that. Okay. So there's my dry ingredients, and then you're going to whisk them together. And if you are kitting your dough, that's with a T, not a D, kitting your dough, you're going to take it then and put it in one of these, label it, Monday, Wednesday, 9/10, table 4, today's date, -6 days out, right? And then you're going to come and put that on a sheet tray down here. We'll put your whole classes down here, okay? Make sure you put your table number on there, okay? That's if you're kitting the dough. So that's your dry ingredients. Your wet ingredients, you have yolks, water, olive oil, milk, and 1 whole egg. Okay. So here, whisk it together. And same thing, measure out your ingredients and have your buddy check them. Very, very important. If you are kitting your dough, at this point you will stop, pour it into one of these, put a lid on it, Monday, Wednesday, 9/10, table 4, today's date 6 days out, and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator over there on a sheet pan just for your class, okay? So you'll have a dry kit, all ready to go out here, and a wet kit in the refrigerator, right? Because on Wednesday when you come in, you're gonna pull those out, and then you're gonna start to do what I'm about to show you. Tortellini, you're going all the way today. Okay, we're over here, right? Tortellini. Okay. Good so far? It's not hard, it's just measuring is usually where a lot of it messes up. So here, I need to get. Okay, so now we're gonna make the dough.
What is kitting mean?
Kitting. So when you kit, that's a standard thing to do for anything really. When you make a kit, it's ready to go, you pull those ingredients out and you move something forward. It allows you to save time and utilize time to your best ability when you move a project forward without sacrificing any quality, right? So if we just have this and this, there's no damage, but once we mix them, we don't want to have it out there too long. And Tortellini is making their tortellini on Wednesday, perfectly fine, and then we're freezing them. So we're going to lock them in. Make sense? Okay. So here we have our dry in a big bowl and our wet in a smaller bowl. So everybody else on Wednesday, you'll bring your ingredients out, get a big bowl, put your dry in a small, you can just leave your wet kit like that. Okay? Question?
No, it was that. Or is this the same steps for when we...
Yeah, so now you're picking up, if you're not tortellini, this is what you're gonna do on Wednesday. Tortellini, you're doing this all today. So here, wet kit, dry kit. It's important that you use a big bowl. Yes, it is important. That's why we choose this one. Okay? So where is this pasta from? This particular pasta. What country? Italy. So this wheat pasta is from Italy. And so what we're going to do is, can everybody go like this? And go, hey! Hey. You're now temporary Italian while you make the dough. That's very important. And you're going to take the fingers and you're going to make a well in the flour. That's why Italians do that. No, I don't know why Italians do that. Forget
You're
about it.
Italian, shouldn't you know?
What?
You're Italian, shouldn't you know?
Yeah, I should. Okay, then you're going to pour all of your liquid in there. And what always fascinates me is when I say that, I will inevitably get a question that says, Chef, should we pour all the liquid in there? Well, what did I say? Pour it all in there, right? So listening skills are very important. Words matter. Listen to them, write them down on your steps. Pour all the liquid in that hole that you just made. Take your whisk and you're going to make a little stirring action in there. And you'll notice that the egg mixture is lapping up the flour on the edges, kind of like the erosion of California. So this is what's going to happen to California in a few centuries. So we're just trying to incorporate some of the flour into the egg mixture. You don't need to spend all day doing this, but you just want to pick some of the flour up in there. And you want to do this, you want to do this until the whisk is useless. So up to a certain point. You don't want to get all the dough stuck in your whisk. So you can see how thick it's getting now.
Why is it done this way instead of just mixed?
I think what it does is it incorporates the flour more gently into the eggs at first. That's the only reason. I mean, obviously you don't have to do that, but it works. And so right about here, you want to stop while it's still liquidy. Get everything off your whisk. If you're doing this in a KitchenAid, you would just run it all the way through, right? From here now, you want to throw the excess flour over the top and incorporate everything. And if everything was measured properly, let's see how loose it is. It's still very liquidy. You'll need every little bit in there. We've been doing this dough for probably 15 years, so it is this is a fantastic dough recipe. If you want one pasta dough to have in your repertoire, this is a great dough to have. Steal this recipe away somewhere. Okay. Once you're here and you're pretty much the bowl is clean, you can go on right onto your work surface. Okay, so make sure your stainless steel tabletops are clean, sanitized. Then you can just dump this right on there. But I do want you to work in the bowl. So first, see how neatly I'm working, nesting everything, right? That's how you want to work. You don't want to be all over the place. So from here, we're going to combine the dough, bring everything together. And the only reason I'm wearing gloves here is I have a little cut here and a little cut there, so you don't have to wear gloves. Okay, so now we are combined, right? It'll feel really grainy at first. Okay, so feel the dough. See how grainy it feels? And it just rips apart, right? You can just rip it apart like that. So right now, our gluten is not developed at all. So what we're going to need to do is mechanically stretch the dough to develop the gluten that's in here. Gluten is a protein that is developed from adding water to wheat flour. It can do it without kneading, But kneading is the process that speeds up the gluten development. So what we're going to do now is knead. So I'm going to pull this back and then push it down and forward as I go. So this is kneading. And you're going to want to, the stretch is right here. That's where it happens. Okay? So you pull this back and the stretch happens right. I'm pushing down, trying to stretch that out. Okay? And you're going to do this for 7 minutes, tortellini. Everybody else is doing this on Wednesday. And it's a full contact sport. You should get a good workout while you're doing this, okay? So where's tortellini group? So one of you come over here, and you can practice. Well, you're filming, so anybody who's not filming can come over here. All right, jump on in. Go.
Just like.
Yep, there you go. You just want to get that good stretch on the outside. And it's tough. You got to really work it. I mean, my Nana's arms, she was like, you did not mess with Nana. She was a love, but man, if you got her back, she had like noodle arm like her. Well, anybody else? Where's the other tortellini group? All right, are you in a different group?
No.
Okay, somebody from a different group, come on over. Now you have an expert. An expert. All right, jump on in.
So I just like take it.
Just get in there and do something, and I'll work with you. Just start doing something, so I can see what to yell at you for. I can't work with just. Okay, good. Yeah. Go on. I'm formulating a plan for you.
Yeah, can you help me? Tell me.
Yeah, but I want this is fun to watch too.
Okay.
So. But no, she's got the basic motion down. You just need to get some more power in there. So
I'm strong.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're stronger. You're just not rooted.
Okay.
So you got to be rooted in your feet. Like put all your weight down in your legs, and you move forward with your belly button. Push with your belly button. That'll be your quote of the day. Push with your belly button. There you go. All right, I'm going to demo it one more time. You're going to watch. No. You're going to watch really closely. Okay, see my feet? It's like an athlete stance. You push forward, then you pull it back. It's where you're pushing too. You want to focus your, see how it's turning there? That's what you want. And then once it gets really long like this, now you just turn it this way, stand it up, kind of curl it over, and then push that forward. But it is not easy to do. And even if it's, yeah. And then you can go like this too. As long as you're stretching it like that. All right, jump back. Round two.
I think someone else should do it.
No. Focus on what you need to do here.
I seriously am like pushing like a lot.
Yeah, the noodles are winning. You got beat up by a noodle today. Yeah, good. Yeah, you got it. So I want you to start taking Tai Chi. Short form, Yang style. Okay. That'll be best for you. Do they teach that here?
Okay. I think someone else should.
No, this is fun. Everybody's having fun.
You're doing so good.
No, you're doing it. You're doing good, actually. All right, does anybody think they're really strong? Who? All right, get in there. Let's see what you got. I would have picked that too, but.
Well, now I'm not feeling as confident anymore.
Well, that's up to you. You don't have to rip it apart.
I'm like, it's like rips.
It's like what?
Not just rips.
Ribs?
Rips.
Rips. You're too strong.
I'm just huge.
Put more love in there.
I know.
Like balance it out.
Strength
and love at the same time. Not aggression. Otherwise, your food will taste aggressive.
You don't want that.
No. Yeah, but you see it, right? You feel it?
Oh, I feel it.
Well, that could be heartburn, but
It could be anything. That could be a lot of things, man. I had a long weekend.
Everybody cut your video off. We got to hear about this. Yeah, but you just want to get that nice stretch on the outside. That's what's really going to develop that glute. So for 7 minutes, you got to do this. Okay? And it will get tighter and tighter. In the beginning, I did the easy part, right? And I leave the hard part for you guys because that's how you do it. But 7 minutes is a good amount. Any more than that, and